Hello and welcome to the 2024 European Sub-Junior and Junior Classic Powerlifting Championships here in Pilsen, Czechia. I'm Amelia Potter, joined by Erasm, and we have the 53 and 59 kilos. Sorry, Erasm Evans, I realised I got so excited about the lifting I forgot to say your last name there. We have the 53s and the 59s here in one flight of 11. You have 3 53s mixed in with a group of 59 kilo lifters. You can see the running order as it stands right now. Our heaviest opener from Alfie Bonsall from Great Britain at 182, which is just 8 kilos shy of the European record. So something to look forward to there. Kenzo Tibers just behind, opening at 180. He had quite an exciting start to the competition this morning. We saw world records broken, big fights, so the girls kicked it off really quite well. Let's see if the boys can live up to it now. Sorry, the European record standing at 200 kilos, not 190.5. That's the 53 kilo record, which I don't think we'll see touched today. But again, you know, not a far cry from the world record there from Tibers and Bonsall in the 59s either. Kicking us off, we have Yehor Chony from Ukraine.
Just 15 years of age?
Yeah, very, very young. So I think the youngest athlete we've seen so far in the competition. Already competing 4 years as well, so an early start. So here he comes with 110 kilos on the bar.
And a lovely and deep squat from him. 3 white lights and a good lift for Chorny.
Yeah, let's have a look at that again on the replay. Yeah, like you said, lovely and deep. Always easier to see it from this angle. Kamil Bekler from Poland, opening on 120 kilos. 7.5 kilos below his personal best. Just a reminder, we're jumping between 2 weight classes. If you're wondering which, just above the country name there, it should say the weight class they sit in.
Yeah, another lovely opener. Just waiting for the lights. And it's 3 whites.
Next out is Alex Sanchez Portillo from Spain.
Now have Alex Sanchez Portillo from Spain, 122.5 kilos for his opening attempt. Bar is loaded, but you are only allowed onto the platform once your wrist straps are done up and your headphones are off. The only thing you can adjust on the platform is your belt. So wrist straps, knee sleeves, the lot must be sorted out before you step on. Ooh, just tipped forwards there, lost balance on the way up. Doesn't seem to be a strength issue, but we'll have a look at that in the replay again as he came out the hole. Drove forwards so much so that he ended up on his toes.
Perhaps just the nerves getting to him. We can see here, loses his balance, steps forward, and of course that is an infraction that invalidates a squat attempt. You cannot move your feet until you get the re-rack command.
We have now Nathan Lemieux from France, opening quite a way above his personal best. His personal best at 127.5 kilos at 15 years old, opening here at, sorry, no, 150 kilos. He's not 15, that's just an error on the screen. 150 kilos now for Nathan. Apologies, that was the personal best in age of Yiho Chorny.
Seconds.
And he's gonna be tight with the time here. He's only got 5 seconds left.
Yeah, you just need that start command before the time runs out, and he gets it. You don't need to complete the lift in that time. And it is a good lift, 3 white lights.
Yeah, getting that start command with seconds to spare. Taking his time, but it all played out well.
Next out is Český Brnaden.
Daniel Sajben from Hungary, 150 kilos. Nice tidy looking opener there for Daniel.
Yeah, pretty wide stance. We'll see again on the replay.
Yeah, it is. It's quite wide. You know, whatever works for the leverages of each lifter.
Yeah, and great hip mobility.
Turski Runanen from Finland, 157.5 kilos. There's a good lift, 3 white lights. Yeah, very nice, easy opener there for Runanen. I believe who competed just a few weeks ago at Worlds as well. We now have Kevin Desiderio from Italy, 162.5 kilos. Showing some team spirit there with the Italian flag on his head.
162.5 for Desiderio.
Yeah, lovely opener. 3 white lights and a good lift for the Italian.
Yeah, it was a lovely opener. I have to say my attention was split between his squat and figuring out what the rest of the patterns on his head was. We now have Alejandro Cruz from Spain, 170 kilos. Certainly has some spring in him. Let's see if he can bring that to the squat.
Yeah, hyping himself up. And stands it up with no problem. And it's 3 whites. A good lift for the Spaniard.
Yeah, very comfortable start for him there. Just squats it just deep enough. You know, I think it'd be in danger any higher, but you don't have to squat it all the way to the ground. Just deep enough is fine. Ivan Kostiuk from Sweden, waiting to go up for his opening attempt here. 175 kilos. 3 red plates aside. I think they've just seen a misload there. Yeah, there was an extra 2.5 kilos each side. That would have been a 180 squat.
Please, sorry spotters. We're having
So good spot there from the coach.
working on it right now. Sorry for the inconvenience. And as always, thank you to the spotters. Bar is loaded.
And here he comes now. Kostyuk from Sweden, 175 kilos, 3 red plates aside. This is a squat that a lot of people chase. 3 red plates.
Ivan Kostyuk.
Just changing the rack height there. If it's the fault of the spotters and loaders, the clock will restart. If it's a preference change from the lifter, the clock will run down. So the clock was restarted there.
You can see the Swedish coach just giving some last second tips.
I'd say slow and steady.
Yeah, we'll see how his second moves, but this one was 3 white lights, a good lift.
Yeah, and some lifters just squat slow from the start. Others are quick until they're not. And it often isn't until the second attempt anyway that we know if it's a strength thing or if it's a style thing. Now, a very recognized name already in the sub-juniors, Kenzo Tibers from France. The back-flipping sub-junior himself, 180 kilos, and I'm sure if he has a good day, we'll get a glimpse of that at the end. But for now, our penultimate opener, 180 kilos, 20 kilos below that European and world sub-junior squat record. Could we see a fight for that record today? We'll have to see how these openers move. Very convincing with the bar standing up there. And that is lovely.
We'll see with the jump he takes. It's 3 white lights, a good opener.
Yeah, a really great place to start your competition. Look at that. Really tidy. Our heaviest opener of the flight, Alfie Bonsall from Great Britain, 182.5 kilos. 17.5 kilos below the world sub-junior squat record on his opener. Let's see how this moves. And that is so easy.
Yeah, that moved no problem at all. And I think we might see him go for the record on the third.
I have a sneaking suspicion that he will, in fact, be going for that record, especially with an opener like that. And to be honest, I'd be surprised if we didn't see Tibers do the same.
Yeah, we can see Tibers has put 190, so that puts him well in reach.
Yeah, absolutely. And that concludes our opening attempts. All bar Sanchez Portillo getting a squat in on the board. He's chosen to go up anyway. He just tipped forwards there, if you remember. But otherwise, all lifters getting their squats on the board. And of course, we head into the second round with Yehor Shawnee from Ukraine. A 10 kilo jump to 120. Wow, it is scrappy, but he gets it up.
Yeah, quite a fight. And you often see on the bench press one arm going in front of the other, but you rarely see it in the squats. But you can see here one leg obviously stronger than the other.
Yeah, it just seems like he had a bit of a shift with his hips there as well, but did phenomenally well to get that up anyway. Now, Alex Sanchez Portillo from Spain just stepped forwards on his opener, almost a bit too much power coming out going forwards. Gone up 5 kilos anyway. Was not a strength issue, so hopefully this isn't too much of a risky play. 127.5 on the bar. There we go. Much better.
Yeah, it seems he just needed those extra 5 kilos to hold him down.
And he is on the board. 3 white lights.
Bar is loaded.
Kamil Bekler from Poland, jumping 10
10
kilos as well to
kilograms
130.
Looked good to me. 3 white lights.
And yet now 155, a 5 kilo jump from the Hungarian lifter. Bar is loaded. Next out is Nathan.
Daniel Sajmen from Hungary, jumping 5 kilos to 155 for his second attempt.
Jumping under the bar.
Manages to stand it up. I want to wait for the lights. I'm worried he cut depth a little bit there from this angle. No, I'm absolutely wrong. I'll have a look at that again in the replay. Like I said, it's much easier to see from, first of all, where the referees are, from the when we're sitting. Yeah, just dips in there.
Depth was certainly there. He might have cut it a bit, but it was still enough.
Nathan Lamiot from France, 157.5 kilos. $7.5 kilo jump. Well on lead in prognosis for the 53s.
30 seconds.
Already got squat gold with his opener. Looking to build a monstrous total.
And it's up. It's 3 whites and a good lift for Lamiot.
Yeah, let's have a look at that again in the replay. Yeah, nice looking second attempt there for Lamiot. Turski Runanen from Finland jumps 10 kilos to 167.5. Big contender for bench press gold for when we get there.
This first squat was very convincing. Let's see what he can do with 10 more kilos.
And he has to fight it,
Yeah.
but it goes up.
It's a bit of work this time round, but it's a good lift. I imagine seeing a much smaller jump there for a second, perhaps. 5 kilos out of push, I think, is probably what they would go for. 2.5 seems like the safe choice, however. Kevin Desiderio from Italy, 170 kilos.
The embodiment of Italian spirit.
Very much so. Very good patience there from Kevin.
Yeah, has to put in some work, but he gets it up, and it's 3 whites for a good lift.
One from Spain, one from Sweden. Both in the fight for a podium position. Bar is loaded.
180 kilos for Alejandro Cruz from Spain. His opener was very nice. To be 3.5 kilo personal best, so I imagine Spanish sub-junior record in the 59s. Moves well again. Let's wait for the lights.
Just waiting. Yeah, one depth call from the right-hand side referee and one yellow light from the left-hand side referee. I can't see what that would be for, but I was afraid of the depth call.
Yeah, it's really hard to tell the first time round, but seeing that again in the replay definitely was just above borderline. Ivan Kostyuk from Sweden, 180 kilos. 5 kilo jump from his opener. Fighting for that podium position overall, looking to fight for bronze perhaps with Cruz and Desiderio, as well as Bonsall.
Oh, he needs to fight it hard, but it's up, and it's 3 whites. It's a good lift, but I'm not sure how much he has left in the tank after that one.
Yeah, that is the question, you know, and if you think that is it worth not coming back out and preserving that energy? If you think you can get another couple kilos and you're fighting for podium, you know, that is a risk worth taking. Kenzo Tibers from France, 190 kilos to move him from squat bronze into gold, just 10 kilos below the world sub-junior record, with Alfie Bonsall to follow. Pacing himself well for a big total at the end of the day.
Every kilo in this squat and total battle. Let's go, Kenzo.
Still moving really well there for Kenzo. Super controlled, 2-1, a good lift. Does get a depth call from that far side referee, so we'll have a look at that again in the replay. You can tell me what you think here, Razim.
Yeah, we're seeing it exactly from the perspective of that right-hand side referee, and it was on the limit, but it was a 2-1. I don't see jury overruling it.
Now taking a 10 kilo jump, Alfie Bonsall from Great Britain, leaving him 7.5 kilos below the world sub-junior squat record on his second attempt. 17 years old, so does not age out this year either. Bright future for Alfie. Let's see how this 192.5 moves, a match personal best. A little bit of hesitation, but it's smooth.
Yeah, well under control throughout the whole lift, and I don't see him not going for the record.
Yeah, why wouldn't you? And, you know, if he is fighting for podium as well, that chip's going to be really useful. So we'll have to wait and see. He's a little way off now, but we have seen competitions turned on their head time and time again. You can see here as we head into the third attempt, Lamio leading the 53s with 157.5, well ahead of Sanchez Portillo and Churnia. And Bonsall leading in the 59s, followed by Tibers and Kostyuk. We head into the third round now with Yehia Churny from Ukraine, 127.5.
Yeah, we have seen the 120 go up with a huge fight, but 127 just not there today.
Yeah, after the fight on his second, 7.5 kilos seemed ambitious, but I think, you know, it was just to match that personal best that he got on an international platform. Now a big jump for Alex Sanchez Portillo. Missed 122.5 on his opener, just tipped forwards. Went up to 127.5, now taking 140 for his third attempt.
12.5 kilo is a sizable jump here, but he looks strong. Oh, he's fighting it so hard, but no.
Yeah, like I said, that was a really big jump. He's 53 kilo sub junior, so jumping from 127 to 140, I keep saying it, but it matters how you get there. The jumps matter.
That's a 20% of his body weight added on.
Great effort nonetheless. Kamil Beckler from Poland, 10 kilo jump to 140. Kilo jump, still quite big, but he made it look good from his first to second, taking an equal jump here to match his personal best.
Gets it up, and it's 3 white lights and a good lift.
160 now for Daniel Simon from Bulgaria. And the French lifter Nathan Lamio is ready. Bar is loaded for Daniel.
160 kilos for Daniel Sajben from Hungary.
Show us what you can do now. First one, give it all.
And it's a fight, but Daniel gets it up, and it's 3 white lights, and he's over the moon with it.
Yeah, it's a lovely third attempt. A little bit of work. I don't think it was, even too much of a fight. I think
Very appropriate for a third attempt.
Yeah, absolutely. It wasn't scrappy at all. Now, our final lifter of the 53s to take the third attempt, Nathan Lamio from France, 162.5. A huge third attempt from a 53 kilo sub junior. Already has a mean lead of his two competitors. Should just further extend that by 5 kilos heading into bench.
Let's go, Nathan. Let's go, let's go.
Just too heavy today.
Yeah, he tried hard, but it just wasn't there for him.
And I'm wondering as well, because of the weight, he cut the depth a little bit. We'll see from the side angle. I think it would have been borderline should he have got it anyway.
Yeah.
So perhaps better he saved his energy. Turski Runanen from Finland, 172.5 kilos for his third and final attempt.
Let's go, Turski. A 5 kilo jump. Every kilo matters. Come on, Turski, come on.
And this one's a fight.
Yeah, this one is a fight for sure.
But he's not giving up.
Wow.
And it's 3 whites. What a battle.
That's exactly what I thought when he started pushing. I was like, now this one's a fight. Look at that.
Wow. The spirit in this guy.
Bar is loaded.
Kevin Desiderio from Italy, 175 kilos, 3 red plates aside.
A reasonable jump, considering how the second attempt moved. And he wants to build up the kilos, because the contention for the podium is going to be tight here in the 59s.
This one, come on. Die.
Oh, and unfortunately too heavy.
Yeah, and that really opens up the door. Cruz, of course, didn't get the 180 on his second, and if he misses out on that, again, that loses him 10 potential kilos of his total, which leaves the door wider open for Bonso, who's going for that record. So, really, anyone's game at the moment. Alejandro Cruz from Spain retaking that 180. As I said, if he misses this, he'll end up 10 kilos behind where he'd want to be.
Come on, sink it a bit more and get up. Let's go. Vamos.
That's way better. Look at that.
Nice fight. Is it better?
Night and day.
Yeah, and it's 3 white lights. He left no room for doubt there.
Yeah, look at the control on that.
Now the last 3 squats of the 59 class.
And he needed that.
Yeah, he really did, because it's really close at the top now, and that puts him just ahead in silver heading into bench press. Ivan Kostiuk from Sweden, 182.5, taking 2.5 kilo jump, although can't see him there in the wings, so just going to have a look at the scoreboard now as we talk about it. And on prognosis, you know, this would leave Kostiuk in a 490 total. If Bonso gets his, 493, 495 for Desidero, 500 for Cruz, and then way ahead we have Tiburce with 520. So Tiburce quite far ahead, but that second and third position really is up for grabs for any of those few lifters at the moment.
Well, and we still might see the gap between Cruz and Tiburce close a bit, since Cruz is way ahead on the bench press and might be able to take larger jumps. We'll have to see. Everything is up for grabs still here in the 59s.
And that times us out. Yeah, worth saying as well though, Tiburce is quite way ahead on deadlift, so catches up that space that he misses out on bench. So, you know, one missed lift here and there can really change the game. And speaking of which, Kenzo Tiburce from France now. 190 looked really good, although I think he's just trying to be sensible and build the kilos. Perhaps he's not a lifter that can really grind through squats anyway. So taking a sensible 2.5 kilo jump here to 192.5 for his third, and he's really getting himself in the zone for it.
Let's go, Kenzo, let's go.
That seemed like the right call to me.
Yeah, anything higher than the 192.5 would have been a risk.
Yeah, and that's not just risk of missing it, it's also a risk of, you know, expending too much energy too early on.
Yeah, or even getting injured.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, he has a lot of lifting ahead of him. Now, our final squat of the session, and we guessed this from the start that we might see him go for it. Alfie Bonso from Great Britain attempting the World Sub-Junior squat record, currently standing at 200 kilos. extending it by half a kilo here. An 8 kilo jump from his second. It's looking strong so far. Alfie Bonsall, 200.5 kilos to attempt the world sub-junior squat record. Let's see what he's made of.
The crowd is on their feet for this.
Give us a fight, young man. Come on, come on.
It's a strong walkout.
Now we want to see it.
And there he goes. What a fight.
Wow!
Let's wait for the lights.
3 white lights, a good lift, and a new world record for Alfie Bonsall. 200.5 kilos, and what a start to the competition for him. Look at that.
He is in a great position going into bench press and then deadlifts. The podium fight is going to be tight.
Yeah, and listen, we said at the beginning of this, the girls set it up really well with a world record squat, and the boys heard and they followed suit. A quick summary here, we have in the 53s, squat bronze, we have Chorny from Ukraine with 120. In silver, Sanchez Portillo with 127.5, and well ahead in gold we have Lamio with 157.5, and in the 59s in squat bronze we have Ivan Kostiuk from Sweden with 180. In silver, Kenzo Tibas from France with 192.5, and with a new world record, Alfie Bonsall in squat gold with 200.5 kilos. We're going to head into a 20-minute break now before bench press. Don't go anywhere, and we will see you then. Hello and welcome back to the 2024 European Sub-Junior and Junior Classic Powerlifting Championships here in Pilsen, Czechia. We have just had the squat session of the 53 kilo and 59 kilo Sub-Junior men, and what a way for it to end off. We had Alfie Bonsall from Great Britain in the 59s end on a new world Sub-Junior squat record with 200.5 kilos. What a phenomenal start to the competition for them. We head straight into bench press now, and kicking us off from the 53s, we have Yeho Chorny from Ukraine opening at 60 kilos.
Just raw power here, and it's 3 white lights and a good opener.
Yeah, and just looking at the current records, I don't think we'll see the European or world record touched in the 53s. That's 130 and 130.5, but in the 59s, the European sub-junior record stands at 128.5, and with two openers at 120, we might have a stab at that. We'll have to wait and see. Alex Sanchez Portillo from Spain, 75 kilos.
We're working on the technical issue. It should be back. Bars loaded. Very snappy off the chest.
Solid first attempt, 3 white lights for Sanchez.
85 now from Nathan.
Yeah, it was a very comfortable looking weight for him.
And we can see here in the squats, we've had some mixed order between the categories, but in the bench press is the 53s first, then the 59s. You can really see the body weight difference making a huge difference in the bench press.
Yeah, well that's it, isn't it? Body weight really makes a big difference when it comes to bench press, and as you so well said, the 53s are coming out as the first three for bench press. Nathan Lamiot from France, the third of which, 85 kilos. Has a huge lead of his competitors. Should he just make his bench and deadlift opener, I think he'd still be pretty safe there. But I'm sure he hopes for more than that. Gets the start command with 5 seconds left to spare.
But the lift looks solid enough, and it's 3 white lights. A good lift for him.
From Poland, 95 kilos. Bars loaded.
Now onto the 59 kilo weight class, we have Kamil Bekla from Poland opening on 95 kilos.
And another solid looking opener with 3 white lights.
David Saban now from Hungary, 100 kilos. Bars loaded. Menzel.
Daniel Sajben from Hungary, 100 kilos on the bar. Quite far down the bench there. A nice looking opener though, 3 white lights.
Deadlift.
Yeah, when there's a spotter helping you with taking the bar off the racks,
7.5 for
you can set up further down the bench.
this tournament.
Yeah, it just keeps you clear of that rack and avoiding hitting
Bar
that.
is loaded for the new record man.
Alfie Bonsall from Great Britain now, who currently holds the world squat record in the sub-juniors, upped his opener by 2.5 kilos, perhaps looking to keep that position on the podium overall, kilo by kilo. The chip certainly will help.
And a solid looking opener for him.
The exact same bar for Team Abuse.
Yeah, 3 white lights, a good lift, and could be a really smart decision from Team GB to up that opener and try and pace themselves heading into deadlifts. Kenzo Tibers from France, 107.5 kilos. In a very, very strong lead. 22.5 kilos ahead of current silver Cruz.
And another strong looking opener. Kenzo Thibers in a great position to keep the lead
Same bar again for
going
Scenario from Italia.
into the final deadlifts when it comes to it.
We now have Kevin Desiderio from Italy. Another lifter taking 107.5 kilos.
A bit slower this one, but it's 3 white lights and a good lift. And we'll have to see from his second where his bench press stands.
170.5, 119 and 4.
We now have Alejandro Cruz from Spain, 117.5 kilos. Now, as Bonsall moved his up 2.5 kilos, Cruz has moved his down 2.5 kilos from 120 to 117.5, looking to protect that bronze position, that silver position as well, with Bonsall hot on his tail and Desiderio not so far behind either.
Bar is loaded.
Let's see how this moves. Perhaps warm-up's not moving quite as quickly as they would have hoped.
Yeah, moves solid enough.
Nice and smooth.
Perhaps a wise choice to lower the opener just a bit to give himself some breathing room, but he's gonna want to squeeze every kilo he can out of himself, because the battle for the silver and bronze medal is gonna be tight.
Yeah, it really will be. And so, like you said, collecting those kilos is more important than anything else right now. The next two lifters will open with 120 kilos. As I mentioned before, just 8.5 kilos below the European sub-junior record. First of which is Ivan Kostiuk from Sweden. Wow, very easy opener there for Kostiuk, and a good lift.
Yeah, great speed off the chest. You can see here once again on the replay, really steady, no real signs of struggle.
Yeah, and the two routes he can take here is go for the record in the second or pace it with a small jump to his second and then do it on his third. I imagine they'll go for the record on the second though. Taking the same weight, we have Scandinavian as well, Turski Runanen, 120 kilos. Not unfamiliar to see the Swedes and the Finnish lifters fight for bench gold. Moved well, a little bit harder than Kostiuk's, but still a good lift.
Yeah, a bit slower than Kostiuk's, but a solid enough first attempt. And I think we'll see a final bench press showdown.
Yeah, looking at these second attempts, it seems they've taken the first choice, which I said, which is jumping a little bit closer to the record and maybe shooting for it on their third, but they're not looking to lose any kilos here. And that means everybody has got a bench on the board as we head into the second round.
Yeah, there's gonna be some lifting order shenanigans in play here, because everybody that reaches above the bench press record can go for half a kilo more, half a kilo more, half a kilo more. So you're gonna try and squeeze each other out, with the Finnish lifter with the highest lot number having an advantage.
67.5 kilos now.
Yeah, great power. Bit slow off the chest, but it's 3 white lights. This is 2.5 kilos below his personal best.
80 kilos, sorry, 80 kilos.
Yeah, it's a good lift for Chuni.
Height 8, security 4. 8, 4. It's 80 kilos.
We now have Cruz with 80 kilos being loaded on the bar for his second attempt.
8 and 4. Bar is loaded.
Sorry, the Sanchez Portillo, sorry, with 80 kilos. Jumping 5 kilos from his opener. Big fight there from Sanchez Portillo.
Yeah, great power, but one arm obviously stronger than the other, as we see often on the bench press. One arm extending faster than the other. The left arm going ahead of the right one, which has to catch up.
Yeah, the bar can move up unevenly, it just can't dip down. We now have Nathan Lamiot from France jumping 5 kilos to 90 for his second attempt also.
French athlete.
And a great second attempt for Lamiot.
And it's a good lift, 3 white lights.
And as we said, yeah, the bar can move up unevenly, but it cannot move down. So is the case for powerlifting.
Yeah, nothing uneven about Lamiot's bench there. That was lovely and smooth. Kamil Bekler from Poland now, opting for a 7.5 kilo jump to 102.5 for his second attempt.
Oh, big struggle there. And the bar just stops halfway up. He cannot push through.
Yeah, he seems to tuck quite a lot, which means he has quite a low touching point. You know, difficult to get power out of that position, but question is what to do from here. It seems like a strength issue. He can reattend that on his third, should he choose to. Daniel Sajben from Hungary, 105 kilos. 5 kilo jump from his opener.
Bit of work off the chest, but a very solid second attempt for Daniel.
Also for a 5 kilo jump, bar is loaded. Next out is Kenzo Tibius.
Alfie Bonsall from Great Britain now taking a 5 kilo jump from his opener to 112.5. And that chip on prognosis is really helping him out, keeping him just ahead of Desiderio by half a kilo. But he needs to keep making lifts, so let's see how this 112.5 moves for him.
Let's go after 5 more kilos, let's go.
And a bit of a fight there for Alfie, but it's 3 white lights and a good lift, and there might be a little bit left to squeeze out there.
Yeah, let's have a look at that again on the replay. It seemed like he went up a little bit wonky, and I would imagine a 2.5 kilo jump would be the most sensible decision to go. What do you think there?
Yeah, absolutely. Probably the only reasonable decision at this point. You want every kilo you can get because the fight is so tight,
Yeah, it
as
really
I've
is.
stated.
Kenzo Tibers now 112.5 kilos, matching Bonsall's jumps there. 5 kilo jump from his opener.
And looked pretty solid to me. It's 3 white lights.
Same bar for from Italia. Followed by Alejandro Cruz from Spain. Bar is loaded.
Kevin Desiderio from Italy, 112.5 kilos. 5 kilo jump from his opener. Same jump that both Tibbers and Bonsall have made. Looking to stay as close as he can to Bonsall. Should this move better than Alfie's second, I imagine he'll try and get ahead of him in his third bench heading into deadlifts. Oh. And so that leaves him still behind Alfie, but if he doesn't get that on his third, it means that he'll end up 5.5 kilos behind Alfie.
Yeah, we'll have to see. I'm not sure if the strength just wasn't there or if there was some kind of technical error, perhaps loss of tension in the body.
And although Alejandro Cruz dropped his opener, his second attempt remains the same as both Kostiuk and Runanen, who didn't drop their openers. 125 kilos, just 3.5 kilos shy of that European sub-junior record.
5 kilos away from the European sub-junior record.
Great power off the chest and solid lockout there for Cruz.
Good lift.
And he's right back in the fight for the bench press gold.
Yeah, not only that, but potentially the record, because I think whoever walks away with bench press gold today will probably have that European record as well with them. Next contender up to the platform, we have Ivan Kostiuk from Sweden, 125 kilos. As I mentioned before, just 3.5 below the current European record.
And a very solid second attempt for Kostiuk.
Yeah, that is really quite comfortable. He has a lower lot number than Runanen, so Runanen has the advantage here,
Bar is
as
loaded.
he will lift last out of the 3 lifters going for that record. Terski Runanen, 125 kilos. 5 kilo jump from his opener. It's tough, but he gets it up.
Yeah, he grinds it out. And I imagine the Finnish coaches are gonna do the only sensible thing here, go for the 129, because if the guys in front of him both do so if the first guy lifting does 129, the second guy automatically gets bumped to 159 129.5. If he gets it, then Roinanen automatically gets bumped to 130.
Yeah, and the question there is, does he have another 5 kilos from what he just did? We'll have to find out. It'll be a big fight for that record and for bench gold. But for now, we head into our third attempt, and Yihor Chorny from Ukraine attempts 70 kilos.
No, big fight from him there, but not there today, unfortunately.
82.5 for Alex Sanchez Portillo. The 2.5 kilo jump. Next out is Nathan Lagneau from France.
Alex Sanchez Portillo from Spain,
Bar is loaded.
82.5 kilos to match his personal best.
big fight, and he gets it up. 3 white lights and a good lift, and he's very satisfied with himself.
Antonio, Frenchman, from 95 kilos. And then Kamil Bekla from Poland. Bar is loaded for Nathan. Another 5 kilo jump for Nathan.
Nathan Lamieux from France, 95 kilos. Should he get this, this would put him in a 67.5 kilo lead heading into deadlifts, which is monstrous.
Strong press out, and it's 3 white lights for Lamieux, getting his third bench press in, and a monstrous lead, as you said, of 67.5 kilos. Such is the case with these very extremely low weight categories. You sometimes get these genetic outliers who are capable of lifting such huge weight at such lower body weight.
Next out is Daniel Seibel.
Kamil Bekla from Poland, 102.5 kilos, choosing to come out to reattempt it after missing it on his second and what seemed like strength.
We'll see if he can dig deep and find the strength to press it out this time. Oh, he's fighting
Oh, he's
it.
going, wow.
Oh,
Oh my goodness, he is
he's not giving up.
fighting.
No.
Look, I mean, it was better than his second attempt was, but it just still wasn't there today. But what a valiant effort that was.
Well, that lift lasted so long.
We went through a lot of emotions during that.
Yeah. And he basically locks out the left hand side, the right hand side just can't keep up.
Yeah, and as you were saying before, some lifters just have some sides, arms, legs, pecs that are able to push a little bit more on the other side, a bit unevenly. Daniel Sajben from Hungary, 107.5 kilos, taking a 2.5 kilo jump from his second.
Strong third attempt for the Hungarian, 3 white lights.
112.5 for Kevin Desiderio. The Italian lifter bar is loaded. He's retaking the second.
Kevin Desiderio from Italy, taking 112.5 kilos now, after missing it on his second attempt.
Let's go. Next out is the Bridgeman.
Just not there today, and that hurts his chances in the fight for the podium considerably.
Yeah, and it puts Bonsall in a really good position. If he gets his third attempt, it means that he'll be 4 kilos ahead of Kostyuk. That's assuming Kostyuk gets that final attempt. But now Alfie Bonsall from Great Britain, 115 kilos, 2.5 kilo jump. The second looked quite tough, but like he could have a couple extra kilos in there potentially. So this will put him in a really good position heading into deadlifts for a podium spot.
Yeah, we'll see if he can squeeze this out. And And it's good.
I've got to say, it looked tidier than his second attempt.
Honestly, yeah.
And that is a good lift for Alfie. 3 white lights and puts him in bronze overall heading into deadlifts with a 503 total on prognosis.
I just got that extra adrenaline hit for the third attempt.
Now our final attempt before we head into 3 back-to-back record attempts. Kenzo Tibers from France, 115 kilos. Favourite overall to win, looking to just rack up a couple extra kilos. It is a big fight. Not there. I think he skipped the jump command and that threw him off. There's some hesitation just off the chest there. Have a look at that again in the replay. I think it's easy to do when you're a little bit nervous and you don't want to hold the weight on your chest.
Yeah, absolutely. The point of touching the bar on your chest during the bench press is one of the most agonizing moments of your whole competition. But anyway,
yeah, as I alluded to before, we now have 3 back-to-back European record attempts. The first of which to try it will be Alejandro Cruz from Spain, 129 kilos for a new European sub-junior bench press record.
just fist bumping the spotters for better luck there.
And if he gets this, he'll break the current record, but how long will he hold it for?
It's up.
Yeah, let's have a wait for the lights. It is a good lift and a new European record for Cruz. He breaks the record, but how long will he hold it for?
He's over the moon. But there are 2 guys who have yet to lift.
Yeah, absolutely. As we said, 3 back-to-back record attempts. The next to try and break the record and steal that off Cruz is Ivan Kostiak from Sweden, 129.5 kilos. As you said before, because Cruz's lift was successful, Kostiak's got knocked up to 129.5. And should this be successful, Runanen's will be knocked up to 130. So loses the advantage of the chip, but still will walk away with the record. So the bar is being loaded now for Ivan Kostiak of Sweden, 129.5 kilos to break the newly broken record held by Alejandro Cruz from Spain. His second was smooth. You've got to think he has this in him. 4.5 kilos above his second attempt for a new European record.
He's going up.
Look at that.
The record broken for the second time here. Will we see it being broken for the third time?
We won't have to wait long to see. Cruz held the record for such a short amount of time, and Kostiak might hold it for the same amount of time if Runanen is successful. Let's have a wait and see. Turski Runanen from Finland. His 129.5 gets bumped up to 130 to see if we can have that record broken for a third time today. The bar is loaded for Turski Runanen, 130 kilos to break the European sub-junior bench press record that has already been broken twice today. He will get the last laugh.
Come on, just you. All you've got on this attempt for a record. This is the last one. Come on.
And it is moving.
It's
Look
up.
at that. We wait for the light. And for
It's
a
three
third
lights.
time, the European record has been broken. And Runanen will be the athlete who walks away keeping it at the end of the day. What a phenomenal effort from Cruz, Runanen and Kostiuk. We can see here in the 53s in bench press bronze, Chorny from Ukraine. In silver, Sanchez Portillo from Spain and Lamio in gold from France. But in the 59s, the people on the podium for bench press all had to break a European record to get there. In bench press bronze, Cruz from Spain with 129 kilos. In silver, Kostiuk from Sweden with 129.5 kilos. And your new record holder from Finland, Terski Runanen, in bench press gold with 130 kilos. A quick look at the subtotals here before we head into a short break. We're going to have a 20-minute break now before deadlift, so don't go anywhere and we will see you then. Hello and welcome back to the 2024 European Sub-Junior and Junior Classic Powerlifting Championships here in Pilsen, Czechia. We are back for the deadlifts and a quick summary of the bench press. Wow, we saw the European record broken not once, not twice, but 3 times. And walking away with it in the end was Runanen from Finland. What an incredible effort there. 130 kilos after being broken by Cruz and then Kostyuk. We head into deadlifts now to find out who walks away European champion in the 53s and 59s. The current lead is pretty far ahead of their competitors, but the fight for bronze and silver in the 59s is tight. It seems that Kostyuk has been a little bit sneaky and moved his opener up 15 kilos, which puts him right there in silver overall, leaving, it seems, the fight for bronze between Bonsel and Cruz. Now,
Well, even with the 15 kilo opener, Cruz is not that far behind.
yeah, anyone's game for silver and bronze, but now we have Yiho Chorny. No, we have Kemil Bekler, sorry, 110 kilos. That was just a mistake on the screen there. And I'm wondering...
And we have 3 white flags in the air. It's a good lift.
Yeah, and he's dropped his opener quite a significant way, it seems, by 60 kilos. So I'm wondering if he's hurt himself there. We'll have to see what he does for a second, either make a big jump or X out his attempts. But we move now on to Yiho Chorny from Ukraine, 125 kilos.
And a strong opener for Chorny.
160 now for Alexis Castillo from Spain. Then we have Daniel Simon.
No, that was a 4, not a 7. So he dropped it 30 kilos. It seems like he's made a 20 kilo jump though. We now have Alex Sanchez Portillo from Spain, 160 kilos.
And it's 3 white lights as we hear the bar slam on the ground.
Yeah, and with every successful deadlift opener we see, the athlete secures their total. They can sigh a breath of relief then and build their total from there, knowing that they are safe. Daniel Sajman from Hungary, 180 kilos.
A solid looking first attempt, and it's 3 white lights for Daniel.
Same bar. 60. Bar is loaded. Step is net on you.
Opting to wear knee sleeves there for deadlifts. I think the most popular reason doing this is to potentially hide soft knees, but there's definitely a trade-off, as you know, the knee sleeves can catch the bar and it can make it a bit of a stickier ride up, let's say. Terski Runanen from Finland, 180 kilos.
Our bench record holder.
Yes, indeed.
Patient off the floor, gets it up.
Yeah, it was a little tricky, and I was worried about that lockout position. He gets a red from the center referee. I'm wondering if we can see the angle a little bit more from the side. And we'll have a look at his shoulders, see if he's fully locked out here.
Well, it was borderline, but I've seen deadlifts pass that were far less locked out than that, so...
Well, let's hope the jury agree. Nathan Lamieux from France, 185 kilos. And really, with this opening attempt, should it be successful, would secure that European title. A little French birdie told me that he might be a back flipper as well.
Ooh.
Yeah, ooh, indeed. As we said, that opening attempt would have secured his total and probably the European title, but he loses grip at the top. He has 2 more attempts at it, and luckily he has the lead to be able to have to do that 2 more times, but he's going to have to pack his hands with chalk and pray to the deadlift gods that he can get that.
Yeah, let's hope his hand didn't rip open.
Alfie Bonsall from Great Britain, 187.5 kilos for his opening attempt. Nice conservative looking opener there for Alfie.
Yeah, great speed off the floor, and he's gonna have to make a big jump if he wants to be in the podium contention.
Opening a bit more conservatively also makes it harder for other teams to guess your jumps rather than opening closer to your best. Alejandro Cruz from Spain now, 200 kilos. In a good spot for a podium position currently. Has that chip from breaking the bench press record. Even though he didn't walk away with the bench press record, that chip may help him with an overall medal. Especially as he is heavier than Bonsall, who also has a chip.
Three white lights and a good lift. And talking about the chips, for those of you viewers who are new to powerlifting, when you go for a record, you can change the weight in increments of half a kilo instead of the usual increments of 2.5 kilos. So in certain cases, that can give you an advantage.
Yeah, a huge advantage. But saying that, the 3 athletes fighting for silver and bronze all have chips. So that might take the advantage away slightly. One of which being Ivan Kostiuk from Sweden, who upped his opener 15 kilos, now opening on 205, putting him in a really strong position for an overall podium spot. Let's see how this moves first. Nothing is certain. That looked pretty good to me.
Yeah, nice and speedy. One red light from the center referee. We'll see the replay.
Yeah, it's for insufficient lockout. So we'll have a look at the shoulders and the hips and the knees.
That looks alright to me.
The jury will look at it as it has got 1 red light. We'll keep our eye over there. But for now, we move on to our penultimate opener, Kevin Desiderio from Italy, 217.5 kilos. Not completely out the race for podium yet, but has some catching up to do should he want to sneak on there. And I'd say it's one of the smoother openers that we've seen.
Yeah, solid deadlift opener, and he is, if nothing else, he's in a great position to fight for the deadlift gold.
Yeah, absolutely. Although that might be a bit of an ask when you're going up against Kenzo Tibas. There'll be a big fight between the two for that deadlift gold, but looking to take gold overall. Above everything else, Kenzo Tibas from France, 220 kilos to secure his total on his opening deadlift.
Needs to build confidence in the race for the title. Against Ivan, against Alejandro, against Alfie. This is a 4-way battle in the 59s. Let's go, Kenzo.
10 seconds left on the clock.
Wow,
Very explosive on the floor.
great lift.
Yeah, left it till the last second, but he only needed a moment to lift that up.
Absolutely. All of his competitors have the chips. Kenzo, it would seem, has the fish.
And it seems like he won't need the chip with the kind of lead that he's looking to build into his second and third. All bar one lifter, which is Lamio from France in the 53s, who was the strong contender to win and still is, should he get a deadlift on the board. Managing to get their opening attempts in. It's just a grip issue, so he won't have to wait long to see what happens there. But for now, a 20 kilo jump for Kamil Bekler from Poland.
Not there for Bekla.
Yeah,
There might be, I think there's an injury going on. He's limping off the platform. Hope he gets better. Hope he recovers after the competition.
I think likely what has happened, his opener was at 140, brought it down to 110. They were probably just trying to feel it out. Thought the opener felt good and made that big jump, but not there today. Ihor Chorny from Ukraine, 135 kilos.
No signs of slowing down. And 3 white lights for the Ukrainian.
175 now for Alex Sanchez Portillo from Spain, followed by Nathan Lagnon.
Alex Sanchez Portillo from Spain, 175 kilos, a 15 kilo jump from his opener. Pretty big jump for a 53 kilo lifter, wow.
The opener was pretty fast. Ooh, the bar just gets away from him a bit.
Yeah, hit a bit of turbulence on the way up. He gets a blue for, I imagine, downwards movement. We'll have a look at that on the replay. Let's have a look at that, see if the bar did dip down.
It didn't seem to me like the bar moved downwards. It can seem to a person when the bar stops and the lifter's shaking that the bar's going down, but I don't think it did in this case.
Now, Nathan Lamio from France, a clear contender for that gold. Should he just get a deadlift in on the board, lost it on grip on his opener. The strength was there easily.
Let's hope he can hold on this time.
There we go. Looked a lot better this time round.
He holds on and it's 3 white lights. He's gonna breathe a sigh of relief now.
Yeah, like we said, heading into his opener, getting that opening number in wouldn't just secure his total, it also secures that European title. And now he's done that, hopefully he can have a little bit of fun on that third pull. Terski Runanen from Finland jumps 5 kilos to 185 for his second attempt.
Slow and steady. We'll see 3 white lights.
Yeah, and that's exactly how I would describe it as well. He didn't, he didn't slow down in terms of the bar path, but it was slow in terms of speed.
Yeah, and patient off the floor as it's crucially important with sumo deadlift.
Daniel Sajman from Hungary, 187.5 kilos.
And 3 white lights, a great lift, and looking strong to take a jump to his third.
That's a 15-kilo jump for the British lifter into the squad world sub-junior record. Bar is loaded.
Alfie Bonsall from Great Britain now 202.5 kilos, a 15-kilo jump to his second. Really fighting for that podium position overall. This would leave him just 1 kilo behind Cruz for the time being, should they both make their second attempts.
Podium against Alejandro Cruz from Spain. Only a few kilos separates themselves.
And not a lot of signs of slowing down for Alfie.
No, yeah, that was a really nice second attempt.
But as he is the weakest of the deadlifters fighting for the podium, he's gonna have to throw in the gauntlet on his third attempt. Hope the others can't overtake him, as they can change their third attempts after him according to what he does.
210 kilos for Alejandro Cruz of Spain. Should he make this heading into third attempts, he'll be 1 kilo ahead of Bonsall.
It's very close to the top 4.
But it also matters how this moves, how much he has left in the tank after this. See if he can match Bonsall's jump.
10-kilo jump, let's go.
I was afraid for a second he's gonna forget to close his belt. Looked solid, but not easier than Bonsall's.
No, I would agree with that. And the way he deadlifts, he does lock out his legs quite early on, and he so relies on his upper body to kind of pull through at the end. And as that gets heavier, I'm worried that'd be a little bit harder to keep the balance.
Bar is loaded.
Ivan Kostiuk from Sweden, 215 kilos, a 10-kilo jump from his opener. This will move him back into silver overall. Again, it doesn't just matter about getting this, it matters how it moves and how much is left in the tank, as it's so close at the top for silver and bronze.
Oh,
Yeah, and that's exactly what I meant. He did open 15 kilos heavier than he said he was going to open, and maybe that was the plan all along. Maybe they just wanted to push the other lifters, but it meant that now the jump from his first to his second is significantly higher than it would have been.
that's gonna hurt his podium chances and give some hope to the other lifters.
Yeah, absolutely.
Bar is loaded.
Kevin Desiderio from Italy now, 230 kilos, a 12.5 kilo jump from his opener.
Nice and solid.
Yeah, lots of patience there all the way throughout, and a good lift.
And the last of his second attempt, 235 for Kenzo Tiburce, a 15-kilo jump for the French athlete. Bar is loaded.
Our final second attempt now belongs to Kenzo Tiburce from France, a 15-kilo jump from his opener to 235.
It needs to be easy, it needs to be comfortable for him to be in the lead.
And this will lead him 8.5 kilos ahead of Cruz, even without his third attempt in. So that will only go up.
Oh,
Yeah, it's scrappy. He managed to lock it out, but I'm a bit worried the bar might have dipped.
yeah. That's gonna be blues for Kenzo Tiburce. And the fight for first place has just gotten really interesting.
Yeah, if he doesn't managed to get that back up. It does leave the door open for a bit of a Hail Mary, I've got to say, from Cruz, if he wants to push for that.
525, 599.
Actually, not even. If Tibas doesn't get that, it really does, like you said, leave the door open. If he does get it, there still might be a Hail Mary chance for Cruz, but
Going to give us a fight.
a little bit closer than I think France would have wanted and that we would have expected.
Absolutely, but we're gonna have to see whether Bonzo and Cruz and after all, even Kostiuk are preoccupied with fighting amongst themselves, or has Stibers just exposed himself too much?
Yeah, he'll have the last laugh. They're obviously deadlifting after all of them. Yeho Chorny now, 145.
Oh. It's a good lift for Chorny.
190 now for
Yeah, and as we were saying, it really depends whether they want to take the risk and push for it. Although saying that, they're going to have to just fight for silver, and then should Tibers miss again, whoever gets that silver would end up in gold should Tibers miss. So I think they're aiming for the same thing regardless. Alex Sanchez Portillo from Spain, 190 kilos. Another huge jump here. Moves him into deadlift gold for the time being, with Lamio to follow.
A great fight for Portillo, but unfortunately not able to get it up.
Yeah, again, just a bit too much of a jump to do another 15 kilos, but a great effort. Would have landed him on a 400 kilo total, which I imagine is why he was shooting for those jumps. Just not there today. 190 kilos for Terski Runinen from Finland.
Oh, that's gonna be it for the Finn.
Still walks away with that bench press record though, so what a phenomenal day regardless. Daniel Sajman from Hungary, 195 kilos on the bar for his third and final attempt.
Bars loaded.
He gets it,
Nice fight, young man. 3 white lights, good gifts.
and it's 3 white lights. A good lift for the Hungarian.
200 kilos even for the Frenchman, who's without a doubt now going to be crowned the European Sub-Junior Champion in the 53 kilo class. Bar is loaded.
Now, one final lift of the day for Nathan Lamio from France. 200 kilos on the bar. Already your European champion
Your 2024
to end the day off strong with a total of 452.5. Huge deadlift here from the 53 kilo sub-junior. And it is a lovely third attempt from Nathan. And unfortunately, a no lift. I think just beat the down command because he lost grip at the top there.
Yeah, it was so marginal. But you can also see the bar moving down.
Yeah, because the grip started going there, the bar moved down. Unfortunately, not there today, but he still walks away European champion.
Select 210 bar is loaded for Great Britain.
Now, Alfie Bonsall from Great Britain. This will take him into gold overall for the time being. From bronze, 210 kilos, has dropped it down to get 525.5, 0.5 of a kilo ahead of Tibus. And he gets it moving and with ease locks it out. Moves into gold overall for the time being.
Big cheers from the British crowd. And a great lift from Bonsall. But I think he might have left some kilos on the platform.
The thing is, if he went higher and missed, he would have lost out on potentially gold or silver. And we're seeing an attempt change come in. I imagine from Spain as well, dropping it down for a 526. See it come in now.
Now we're seeing Kostiuk going for 217.5.
Okay, so going up in an attempt to move into gold overall ahead of Bonsall. So there are a lot of names in the hat right now. We thought it was going to be a walkaway with Tibus, but with him missing that second attempt, the door is flung wide open. Didn't get 215 on his second. 2.5 kilos more. We've seen another attempt change come in, and we are looking for what that might be. For now, we have Ivan Kostiak from Sweden, 217.5. Alejandro Cruz has also dropped, which means now Kostiak's to come off. Cruz is to attempt this way because Cruz has the lower lot number. It is absolutely manic in here. And maybe some mind games there, throwing Kostiak off, but now to pull into gold ahead of Bonsall. Alejandro Cruz from Spain, 217.5.
For bronze medal in the deadlift event for gold overall. 7.5 more, 92nd attempt.
If he gets this, he's at the very, very least third. Big lift for Cruz, can he lock it out?
Wow, look at that resilience.
Just waiting for the lights there. And it's 3 white flags.
He moves into gold ahead of Bonsall for the time being. Like you said, secures at the very least bronze, with still Kostiak and Tibus to follow. How exciting is this? Again, he can just sit and wait like he did with the bench press. Will he stay in that goal position? Not if Kostiak or Tibus has something to say about it. Now, Tibus obviously can't drop his third attempt because it was a miss of his second attempt. Can't go lower than that. Ivan Kostiak now from Sweden, 217.5 kilos to move ahead of Cruz and Bonsall. And potentially, if Tibus doesn't get that third attempt in, knocking Tibus off the podium completely.
Oh.
No, unfortunately, just too heavy. But what else was he going to do?
Now, absolutely the right call to try and go for the podium. Great effort from the Swede. Unfortunately, not there today, which means Cruz and Bonsall are on the podium.
Yeah.
But their placings will be determined by this man.
Absolutely right. We don't know whether they will be gold and silver or silver and bronze. And it comes down to this final deadlift from Tibus. 235 kilos. Missed it on his second, which was unexpected to us all. Retaking it now on his third. to move from bronze overall into gold overall, which is something we did not expect. Now, if he gets this, he blows the competition out the water, beating them by 15 kilos up. But if he misses, he loses by 1.5 kilos.
For 2 gold medals. Come on.
Let's see it happen for Kenzo Thibers.
And it looks like he's locked it out.
Great reaction from Kenzo.
And his 3 white lights.
He gets it back right
gonna
at
be
the
s-
end.
He's
Look
gonna
at
be
that.
so relieved with that.
Yeah, absolutely incredible.
Gold medal.
Wow.
And I don't think he had a backflip him in today. It was too emotional, and I don't blame him. I think he expected a much easier run than that today.
Bar is loaded for the last deadlift of the
And we have one deadlift remaining. Kevin Desiderio from Italy, 237.5 kilos. Not enough for podium, but looking to take deadlift gold off of Tibers, which looked like a difficult feat right up until the end.
We'll see.
fight for gold medal.
237.5 kilos for Kevin Desiderio.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Oh, wow.
He
look
fights
at
it up.
that. We'll have to wait for the lights from the referees. Yeah,
It's a 2-1.
unfortunately that's a no lift because of downwards movement. What a valiant effort, and oh my goodness, what an exciting end to that session.
That miss for Thibers on his second deadlift really made us all nervous.
Yeah, I mean, it opened the door up for so many lifters, and it was exciting all the way until the end. A summary here of the deadlifts. Nathan Lamiot from France walking away with deadlift gold in the 53 kilos of 185, followed by Sanchez, Portillo and Chorny. In the 59s in deadlift gold, we have Tibers with that final attempt with 235. In deadlift silver, Desiderio, and in bronze, Cruz. And overall, in the 53 kilo sub-juniors, your bronze medalist is Gerhard Chorny from Ukraine. Silver medalist is Alex Sanchez Portillo from Spain. And your European champion, Nathan Lamiot from France. In the 59 kilo sub-juniors, your bronze medalist from Great Britain, Alfie Bonsall. Your silver medalist from Spain, Alejandro Cruz. And your new European champion, Kenzo Tibers from France. And what an amazing end to that session it was. We are going to head into the medal ceremony now, so please see the well-deserved European champions crowned, and we will see you back here at 6 p.m. local time for the 57 kilo and 66 kilo sub-juniors. See you then.
Xavier de Vitorac, the EPF Treasurer. And the MIT Director, Miroslav Matek. Thank you to Xavier de Vitorac and Miroslav Matek, the EPF Treasurer and the MIT Director. We'll now get into the podiums for the movements. We'll start with the 53s. In the squat events, the bronze medal goes to Georg Jordi with 120. In silver medal position with 125.5, it's Alex Sanchez Portillo from Spain. Gold medalist in this event in the 53s is from France, Nathan Lavio with 157.5. Thank you, gentlemen. You can sit down. In the bench press events, the silver medal goes to Georg Jordi, 67.5. Silver medal goes to Alex Sanchez Portillo, 82.5. And the gold medalist is France Nathan Lavio, 95 kilos. Great podium once again. Thank you. You can sit down. Now in the deadlift event, the third position, Georg Jordi, 145 from Ukraine. Second, the deadlift event from Spain, Alex Sanchez Portillo, 175. And the gold medal goes to Nathan Lavio in the deadlift event with 185. Thank you, gentlemen. And now, in terms of overall placing, the bronze medal goes to Georg Jordi from Ukraine. Silver medalist is Alex Sanchez Portillo from Spain. And with 437.5 kilos, the gold medal goes to Nathan Lavio from France. He's your European champion. And now, please rise for the national anthem of France. Starting off with the squat events. Bronze medal goes to Ivan Kusuk from Sweden with 180. Silver medalist in the squat events is from France, Kenzo Tibius with 192.5. And with a new record of 200.5 is from Great Britain, Alfie Bunsen. Congratulations, guys. You can sit down. Heading into the bench press events, the bronze medal goes to Alejandro Cruz with 129. Silver medal goes to Ivan Kostuk from Sweden with 129.9. And with 130 and a new European Sub-Junior record, it's Stilski Rynanen from Finland. It was a great fight for the podium for the record. Very nice battle, guys. Congratulations. Thank you. You can sit down. Deadlift. Third position goes to Alejandro Cruz with 270.5 kilos. From Italia, silver medal goes to Kevin Desiderio with 230. And the gold medal in this event goes to Kenzo Tibius from France, 235. Very nice deadlift battle right here for the first position. Thank you very much. The overall placement now. Bronze medalist from Great Britain, it's Alfie Bunsen. 525.5. Silver medalist from Spain, Alejandro Cruz. 526.5. And the 2024 -59 Sub-Junior European Champion is Kenzo Tibius from France, 540. Please stand up for the national anthem of France. Congratulations. And please, one last round of applause for the 53s and the 59 class. Thank you very much. Thank you for your energy. You've been a great crowd. Don't go anywhere. We have one last flight today. One last round of applause for the 53 and the 59. Congratulations, guys.